Hi, this is Chris Allison, and I'm here to demonstrate a couple of little tricks on this camera system. And some of it has to do with focusing, which I'll describe right now. When a lot of people who are used to taking pictures with SLRs are used to either autofocus or manual focus, and this is no different than that, with the exception that as you're taking shots with this camera, you will be taking manual focus only. So the way they make sure that that's happening is with this collar right here. When this collar is engaged fully back, then the lens goes to and fro like this, and this is classically how the camera is going to be focused. If you wanted to take an autofocus image, then you would slip that lock collar forward, and that would release the manual focus option in the lens. However, in this system, you're going to be manual focus only, and that means that the collar is pulled all the way back to engage the lens, and the way that this lens is going to be set up for our purposes is that it's going to be as long as possible. In other words, the lens is going to be all the way forward like that. It's going to come to a stop place right there, right there. So if you can imagine having a person in the face stand and you're going to take a picture of the iris, you would typically look through this little viewfinder and you would take a look at the irides, and you're going to want to focus those irides. So the way that you're going to do that, instead of moving the lens in and out, is that you're going to be moving the camera in and out. And the way that you move the camera around on this macro focusing rail is with a couple of different knobs. This knob right here in the back is going to move the camera to the left and the right, and there's another knob on the side which moves the camera frontwards and backwards. This is the knob here that is going to allow you to focus on the irides. You'll be looking through here, you'll be turning this little knob. When you've got the irides perfectly in focus, then you push the button to take the shot, the flash unit flashes, and you've got your shot. Now, that's that part of the focusing. Part of the way that you're going to align the eye to the camera is a couple of different options for adjustments. We have this adjustment right here, which is the chin rest, which can move up and down, and you can change the height of the person's face on the stands right there. That's going to move the eye up and down in relationship to the camera. Another way that you can move the relationship between the camera and the eye is with this knob right here. And what this does is, if you were to turn this counterclockwise, it's going to loosen up that adjustment right there. And the camera can be moved up and down to more fully align the camera to the eye. Get it where you want, give it a nice little tug right there, not too tight, but tight enough to hold the camera in place, and then you are ready. Now, you've adjusted the camera, you're looking through your eyepiece, and you notice that, you know what, it's maybe perfectly aligned, and maybe it's just a hair off, and you go, okay, well, I can go through all of that adjustment again, or you can actually move the front of the lens around to meet the eye exactly. And this makes it very, very easy. If you put your hand in here like this, you can stabilize your elbow on the table and move the lens up and down. I'm sure you can see there's a little bit of wiggle room right there. You can go left and right and up and down. There's a certain amount of movement that is quite easy for this whole apparatus to tolerate, and that'll give you a perfectly aligned eye. You look through the viewfinder, you make sure that it's focused, you click that right there, and you've got your shot. Now you've got the left eye or the right eye, depending on which side you decide you want to shoot first. Then you go for the other side. This lens is moving sideways because this knob is moving the macro focusing rail. Again, you can put your arm on the table and move it around to match the eye exactly, shoot your shot, and there you go like that. So, a couple of things to pay attention to with this is there's 3 places that are going to turn the camera and the flash and light on. On the side of the camera, you've got a little on-off button. Quite obvious. This here is a flash unit. When you push the button and you see the bright flash is coming from here, it's traveling down these fiber optic tubes to the very front of the camera, so it illuminates the eye inside the pupil. And this knob right here is the on-off button for that. So when you want to take a shot, you make sure that the knob is pushed into its rearward position. This here is a battery pack with 2 AA batteries in it, which illuminates 2 xenon bulbs, which are down here, which illuminate the irides and make it much easier to focus. There's a lot of light. Some people find that if they have the light on and then bring their face into the stand, it's easier for their pupil and their eye to adjust to the light than if you have their face on the stand and just turn it on directly. It can be a bit abusive to the eye. People tend to squint until they adjust to it. So 2 batteries in here, AA's, 1 battery in here, that's a AA, and they last for quite some time. But if you want to be conservative with your battery power, when you're not shooting, you just flip that forward and you flip this over to the side and turn the light off. I find that between patients works really well to turn everything off. You don't have to turn it off in between shots. There's plenty of battery life for that. So that is that part of the demonstration. I guess there's one more thing that I'd like to show you, as because when you get the camera and it's in its case, this battery pack here is going to be off the camera and in the case. So it's attached to the flash with this Velcro here. There's some Velcro on top, there's some Velcro right here. Here's a junction right here where the 2 wires come together. It comes together, goes together very, very simply. This is the wire right here. So the way that you're going to put it together is there's a hole, obviously. You align the holes up, you put them together, click, that goes, and then you stick this on top. Hey, that doesn't look the way it's supposed to. So in order to get this sit down, you can create a little bit of tension on the wire and then place it where you want it to go. Just give it a spin one way or the other. Align this up so that it's aligned nicely on the side. The wire there is going to be sitting where it's supposed to sit, and then everything looks the way that you want it to, and you're ready to take the shots. So I hope this was interesting and helpful for you. I know this is a great system. It takes very consistently accurate, spectacular shots virtually every time. Hope you have a great day. Until the next time.